JD, I am a man of torment. I know no peace, only anguish.
Do you know
I,
pain?
would you like to see what pain is to me?
Welcome to the podcast where we talk about anything, everything that comes out of the crapshoot. I'm your host, JD. This is my co-host,
Tension.
James.
Amazon.
James, the Genshin Impact enjoyer. I call him James. Everyone else calls him Jimmy. It just works like that.
Drave.
A lot of things have happened this week, James.
Come in right there. Decade.
You love Kamen Rider, James?
I don't like talking about it because it's always like a weird subject to get into because nobody knows Kamen Rider.
Well, because
like,
you're a nerd,
Power Rangers.
James. You're a straight nerd.
People know Power Rangers, so it's easy to talk about Power Rangers. But when you're like, oh yeah, and here's
what? So is Kamen Riders just like a dollar store Power Rangers or something?
No, Power Rangers are dollar store Kamen Rider.
Oh, is that why nobody knows what Kamen Rider is?
And let's be honest, Power Rangers are just dollar store, the Japanese Spider-Man show.
Well, I'll be honest.
Because that's legitimately where the entire idea for Power Rangers came from, was the Spider-Man Japanese show. Like, that's not a joke. That's just a genuine fact.
I have to admit that I've never watched Power Rangers, so I don't really know what they like.
They're all right. You know, I think because I was a child, it was better then. But like, I think Kamen Rider is just like a better version of it. Because firstly, the costumes are fucking flawless, dude.
Sure.
No, like, genuinely, they're incredible.
No, genuinely, sure.
But also, there's so many variations of them. There's all these little add-ons and bits and stuff, and it's like just this. They're so
like Power Rangers.
No, because Power Rangers are just fucking boring. Like, that's always been
what
my
are you telling me? Are you telling me that you can't tell the difference between a black Power Ranger and a blue Power Ranger suit? I mean, James, they're entirely different colors.
JD, I can tell the difference. They're just different color. There's nothing else unique about them.
Oh, well, the color's unique. And sometimes they transform into dinosaurs that look different, and they're never the same body part on the big neck that they turn into. Different. That's the unique thing, James. Their color's different. Oh, and come on, Kamen Rider, their costume design is so much better, huh?
Yeah, actually.
Oh yeah, is that gift that you sent me from Kamen Riders?
Yeah, it's from one of their crossovers where they've got like 3 of the newer ones.
Oh, I see.
Let's see if I can remember the names. I know the white one is Forze because it's supposed to represent the 40 years of Kamen Rider, and it's very space themed. I still don't know the name of the blue and red guy. I know it's like
he's Spoder Rider.
Spoder man.
Oh, I'm getting called.
You've been summoned.
Yep. They really want me to go out there and eat, but
I'll stall.
I'm just not going to.
The pink and white and green one is like a video game inspired one. Obviously, it's very It's very Fortnite-y, that one. It's super Fortnite-y.
It looks it looks kind of like a Fortnite design.
Genuinely, the full design for it is very Fortnite-y. But yeah, I think their costumes are a lot better. They're a lot more creative, and they're like way more.
Wait,
unique.
did you want to talk about Kamen Rider, or is that just randomly
this just
come
happened
up?
to be a spur of the moment because I was like, ooh, what should I talk about? Henshin, which is what they say when they transform. They say Henshin, not Genshin. Like
or Genshin.
But yeah, they say Henshin and stuff when they transform. So no, that just happened to be a turn of phrase because we were talking about the drawing and it's Kamen Rider inspired.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you have a topic that you wanted to talk about?
Fuck. Let's look at our conversations.
Well, let's look at the really sus the real sus kill me gifts that you sent me over like the past couple of days.
Oh yeah, man. I really love work.
Oh yeah, what happened? What happened now?
Oh, it's this really great thing where I'm the only person doing any work. It's so fun, man. It's my favorite thing.
Well, that's great.
And then my coworker just starts speaking absolute gibberish when they're trying to tell me something. They're like, it's genuinely unintelligible. Like the words.
Oh, dude, I have to have my voice mod up so I can finally just keep talking.
The words they're speaking just genuinely don't make any fucking sense at all.
Oh, I forgot to turn off my. There we go.
just genuinely brain dead thoughts going on where they just say a string of words and it's like to them that's a
Well, it's like
sentence.
the
To
picture of
anybody else, to anybody else, it's not a sentence.
It's the clip of Squidward opening up his head and taking his brain, throwing it in the trash.
Oh yeah, it's literally that, and it's especially after they had done nothing all day. They did like 1 minute of physical work and then stood on their phone and
One
like
minute of
walked
physical
around.
work.
Like that's just genuine work. Like general work.
Well,
I
I mean,
mean,
at
not
that point,
genuine, but
they've been working for so long, you know. I guess
have they?
it just gets
No,
it just gets to
they
their
haven't
head.
though. They
It gets
haven't
to their
though.
head, you know. Everyone's got to experience it one day, you know. You and
Oh
me,
yeah, no.
we were like the hard workers when I was working, and that's about it.
You know, it'd just be great though if I wasn't the only one. Like,
I
you
just
know,
realized how misogynistic my workplace was right now.
hey JD.
Yeah, maybe my father's rubbed off on me more than I thought. I am technically half of my father.
I am technically half of my father.
And I'm half of my mother too, and they're both insane people. So
Hold on, JD.
yeah.
Allegedly, have you taken a DNA test and found out you're 50% father?
You know, I haven't taken a DNA test, and I've always wondered why, like, I'm black and my mother and father are both Asian. So
You know, that actually
I
is
was
a
like,
problem with
where
me,
did
though,
I get all
JD.
this stuff from?
That actually is a problem with me because it's like
Yeah, because
very
you're like half
recently.
black, right?
No, I'm becoming ginger slowly.
No, you're becoming Asian, right? Like
Yeah.
how your coworkers. I like how
Yeah,
your coworkers pointed it out.
I need to talk about that. Yeah, that was fucking I
Yeah, so you sent me a message say
I
that
gotta
like
go. I gotta go back up to that message. When was this?
I don't know, it was like a week ago or like at least a few
Like,
days ago.
it came out of nowhere too.
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny to me. So, but I remember like you sent me a message like your coworker is like racist or something, and then he like looked at you. Oh wait, he said you're white and Asian.
Yeah. My coworker, you're white and Asian, right? Me? What do you mean by that, my coworker? Well, your eyes, they're all squinty.
Exactly. So welcome,
He-
brother. You
This is
you're now
after
part of the supreme race.
Blake had made a lot of like weird comments about how he only drinks liquid death from the white cans.
Mm-hmm.
But then he says white in like a weird way, so I like make a joke like, "Oh, you only drink them white cans, huh? None of them colored cans." And he just starts talking in a southern accent,
And he's like,
and then
and instead
and
of
then
taking it as a
doubles
joke,
down.
he's seriously like, you know what? You're right, James. I'm so glad you're finally seeing it from my perspective.
Yeah, it was literally that. It was
Him not
literally
realizing that you're mocking him.
I don't know. It was just like he doubled down on it. He started talking about like all the problems with the colored cans and stuff. And then he's like, "That's why I don't drink them black monsters." And I'm like, "What?"
Dwayne the Rock Johnson's Vine boom sound. That's why I don't drink them colored cans. I'm so glad I finally found that. You know, it's a crazy story how I found that clip, James.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Whoa, that was. Never mind. There might be a little bit of background noise now. It's just some of my family members yelling.
Yeah, they're just walking into your room and like, JD, why aren't you eating?
No,
Half
they're
of
just.
us.
Sometimes they just walk around the house and like just for no reason they'll just scream, like shout like really loudly. They'll just be like "Wah!" or something like that, you know, and it's for no reason.
That.
No reason. I don't do that, and I don't know anyone who does that. So
People are fucking weird, man. I don't know, man.
I don't get it.
There's
you know
no
what?
way.
Leave a comment.
It.
Leave a comment of if you shout randomly in your house, even though you know that there's like your family members in your house. Why? Leave a comment. Let me know. Explain the logic to me because I don't understand and I think it's weird. But clearly, a bunch of people do it. So
my dad had been doing that earlier today too, and like I kept coming back, and I'm like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm just making a noise." And I'm like, "Why?" You
yeah, just like making noises.
You sound like you're in pain. He's like, "Just like screaming." Know, I just want to.
Yeah, sometimes he'll like howl. That's it.
Sometimes he'll just like walk into the bask of a full moon and just howl to it.
Yeah. But
thanks,
anyway,
so weird.
So how I found that audio clip finally.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of I was, ever since that day, it was like I'm going to definitely find this audio clip eventually. Like I will find this clip. So I was like
Yep.
I was looking through a bunch of like I was just putting on like meme compilations in the background when I'm around like when I'm playing like Lost Ark or something, and I'm just farming for stuff. I'll put it on in the background just to like and have my ears trained to like listen out for the sound. And then I found a clip of it. This like tiny, like short clip of it of like this like 1990s show where it's like a talk show. And then like the female host is like, so what was it? So how are men useful? And then like the one of the like the female contestants is like, they're not, or something like that. And then like it pans over to the audience and it's just like a bunch of a bunch of girls laughing. A bunch of girls laughing, and there's like one dude in the audience like straight faced, and then it plays that audio clip for like a second. It's like down, and then it just cuts off there. And I'm like, I found it, but I know exactly how to like actually find the original song. So I pull up my good friend Google, and I don't know if anyone knows this, but they've got a little thing for their virtual assistant where if you ask Google to if you ask Google what this song is, and then you play like a little audio clip into it, it'll like reverse Google search like the song.
Oh,
So,
it'll do it. So,
yeah.
so technically, we were on the right track of trying to do it that way.
Yeah, it's that there is. I've used that feature quite a lot actually.
I still have Shazam downloaded too. I just realized that.
So I basically just like I play it on like a loudspeaker and I just hold it up to my phone. And then it plays like this like second long clip, and it took a couple of seconds. It took like a couple tries because the audio clip's so short. But I finally found it. You know what song it is, James?
What song?
It's Daft Punk.
Is it?
It's Daft Punk's Robot Punk. That's what it's called.
Oh my god, it is.
And I realized I thought I've listened to that song before.
Now.
I thought I've listened to that song before, but I haven't. Like I've never heard of that song or have listened
Literally,
to Daft Punk.
That
really,
just cemented it like in my brain. I'm like, yeah, no shit, it was this song.
Like I thought it was an EDM song, like from like NCS or something, but no, it was a Daft Punk song. I don't listen to Daft Punk, so I wouldn't know
because they made
what it was.
Tron Legacy.
Oh really?
In that soundtrack.
But yeah, so it's down. All I remember is that it was like a rock guitar, but then like the other sound was like laser beams, like wow wow wow. But you've heard Robot Punk before?
Yes. That's why it was like you were like it's Daft Punk. I'm like I know the full song.
It's playing back in my mind.
Yeah. This is my Professor X game.
And I added it to my soundboard, so I was playing it while we were talking. You won't be able to hear it, but everyone else will be able to.
I hear it.
You
can hear.
In my mind. You can't kill me because the map's in my mind. You know that movie cliche?
I do.
I don't know why there's so many movies that do it where it's just like tell us the secret formula so I'll kill you. It's like you can't kill me, and I've gotten rid of the secret formula in person, but it's all up here in my head. This is the secret formula, and they're like tapping on their head.
And it's like you're gonna forget like so much of that formula.
No, I haven't established this for the entire movie, but now I have photographic memory. I forgot to tell you, I have photographic memory. So
like unless you have like photographic memory, which I don't even understand how that works. Like
I wish I had photographic memory. I don't.
I wish I did, just so I can understand what it means. Like
it's probably like a living hell where like you're unable to forget anything, so your brain just overloads all the time.
Right,
like get seizures and shit.
Like I just can't. I literally can't imagine what else it would be like. Like it's just completely all stored knowledge, all human knowledge known.
Yeah, well, forgetting is a defense mechanism for sanity and everything. So maybe, but sometimes James, I wish you wouldn't forget about a lot of stuff that you forget about.
What?
Did you see the Alex Jones trial?
Dude, how like 50 million or something he owes?
Yeah, it's actually really funny because I only saw like one clip of it of the cross exam for him, and I don't know if he's like, is he faking his voice? Is that not his real voice? Because it doesn't sound like his real voice.
I
Like
I'm gonna have to
his voice
know,
that he does
but
when he's on the show or like on camera or whatever.
right where he's like really down there, and that he kind of
In the
just talks like a
frogs, in
normal
the
guy.
frogs, they're in the frogs and the gay.
I just always
Like
assumed it
that's
was
that
like him
voice.
being hoarse or something.
Is he
Yeah.
like purposely lowering his voice to make it sound like Batman type of
Uh,
voice or?
Alex Jones trial footage.
But yeah, so I was watching it and or I was just watching the clip and it was just a clip of
Moments.
it was just a clip of like the cross exam. He's like, so you've never had any documents on the Sandy Hook situation, right? And then Alex was like, no, never. I even looked for it. It's not there. And then
He also looks not like how I've always seen him. Like, man, these
to me
last 3 years.
he looks a bit rounder than normal,
Yeah, he
doesn't he?
looks like he's usually more square.
He definitely looks like he's bankrupt. If I were to say, that was one of his arguments. If that was a clip,
he's not wearing a tie, so yeah, I gotta say he's probably bankrupt. Men that
yeah.
don't wear ties are bankrupt.
Hmm.
Big brain, big brain.
Yeah, no. So what was it? He was in the cross exam, and the lawyer was like, yeah, so your lawyers made a mistake, and they turned over like 300
Yeah,
gigabytes of evidence to us,
they
and we're
literally like straight up copied his
and
phone and like
we
sent it.
and we know that you're lying this entire time.
Oh my
There is
god, that's
direct
so
evidence
good.
contradicting
He
contradicting you.
deserves that. He deserves
I
that
don't know. I've never
bullshit.
watched Alex Jones. All I know is
Well, it's
he's
not
just a
even like
troll, right?
it's not even like if you've watched it or not. It's like the shit he said to those families after the
I
event.
didn't know
Like
what he said until I watched that clip. So
this is like the fucking Amber Heard trial again, where you're like, I had no idea, and it's just me like, I've been saying it. I've always
I've been
known.
saying it for the last 7 years.
I have been aware.
7 years ago, I prophesized this moment. No, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, he's a crazy guy, but
One wide and crazy guy.
yeah, that was a funny moment because Alex Jones, he's just like pogging at this lawyer, just exposing him for everything. I'm like, obvious. I think most people think that Alex Jones knows that what he's saying is complete shit, like bullshit.
I don't think he knows.
I think he
I
knows
think he believes
because,
most of the
but
things
the
he
thing
says
is, his whole
because he
business,
uncovered one cult when he was much younger, and
yeah.
so he's just got in his head that he knows.
Oh, he's got protagonist syndrome or something. Like
100%.
like he thinks
Oh,
he's the main character in an anime.
No, genuinely. Like when he was younger, I don't know if you're aware of this. He found out like
I
this whole
don't.
like
I don't know anything
rich.
about Alex Jones.
I know too much. I don't.
Is it because you're an Alex Jones lookalike? Does anyone ever tell you to look like Alex Jones? You look and sound like Alex Jones.
I'm actually going to be playing him in a bio picture.
You're playing you're playing as Alex Jones in his autobiography movie.
Yeah, it's not made by him though because he has too much interference.
Oh, sorry,
It's
just
like
his biography movie.
It's
then.
like the disaster movie.
The disaster
artist, where it's like, yeah, he was aware of the movie, but he didn't get to write any of it. He didn't get to participate in the creation of.
Mm.
He would have damaged too much of what would have been there.
He would have completely revealed all of his secrets, like how he did in the trial.
But yeah, he revealed a cult, like a big like upstate New York rich people cult, where they've got like this big fucking like compound. They go all dressed in robes. He like took a camera guy in there with him. He filmed it all and stuff.
Yeah.
He has it all in footage. He has like the fact that they sacrifice like goats and shit.
Oh my god, not the
like
goats.
Genuine cartoon cult, like
really, just like this a cartoonish elite evil cult or something.
Literally, it's just spot on that. And so he has that footage, and he like got that reveal, and he's just always acted and like been the whole like I know what I'm doing.
I know
right,
the real
right.
secrets of this world, and you
Those
don't.
children didn't die. Hey Alex, I don't think that's a very sensitive thing to say. Don't try to silence me, woke liberal cum.
What I thought it was just him. I thought he knew that what he's saying is bullshit, but like his whole business is just built on the fact that he has to say like the most crazy bullshit that like actually crazy people buy into.
I'm sure a little bit of it, but like a lot of like the big things. Like, do I think he really thinks they have chemicals turning frogs gay? Not really, But I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised if that did turn out to be a thing that he actually believed. But do
Like
I think that he genuinely thought Sandy Hooks was
like
fake?
you see Alex Jones in real life, you
Yeah.
walk into like, bro, dude, I love your frogs, like the
Oh,
chemicals in the water turning frogs. Hey, bit, that's a hilarious bit. And he's like,
no,
what
he
bit? What
are
bit?
you
What are you
aware that
talking
he
about?
goes around Austin, Texas, like in his like, giant InfoWars truck and tries to antagonize people like that?
No, I don't know what he does. I don't know
I
anything
didn't
about him.
I didn't know that like until a couple days ago while listening to a podcast. And I'm like,
He has a big
yeah,
InfoWars truck that he drives around in
because
Austin,
his like
Texas.
because his website and like his group is InfoWars and stuff,
Right, that's his
and
business.
that's his business. And he has this like van like news truck that he drives around, and he's got like a bunch of like representatives of InfoWars that go out to like protest and stuff on his behalf, and like he'll drive around in the truck and like just go walking around Austin and talk to people about like the subjects and stuff. Like that's where that infamous clip of him like pointing at the guy across the street then running towards him
Oh,
is
like, hey,
comes from.
hey, you, shut
You
up.
motherfucker! I'm gonna fucking kick your ass. I'm gonna fucking kill. Yeah, like that's genuinely where that clip comes from. Is from him doing
You're
that.
not an intellectual.
Yeah, that's genuinely where that comes from and stuff. That's real.
That's great. I don't think I've ever seen the original clip of that. I've only seen
I've never seen the
green
original
screens
clip.
of it.
It's so good. There's a Mario. I think there's like a Mario version where he runs at
You're
a
a fake and a
Goomba and
fraud.
dies. Oh, it's one where he runs at a creeper and
Yeah,
gets blown up.
The Minecraft one.
Motherfucker, it's playing this intense.
You're not
music.
intellectual. You're fake and a fraud. Then he starts running at the creeper.
Fucking kick your ass. I always love the fucking just cutout of him jumping up and falling down.
It's perfect because it's exactly how Minecraft death would look like.
Exactly. It's
Like his
so
character
well.
like freezing, then turning red and then falling
Right, and
over.
then doing like the glitching out for a second.
Yeah. And then dropping items. But anyway.
Yeah, I think he believes his bullshit sometimes. I think he
Okay.
believes Sandy Hooks is real. I mean, he like literally sent
Oh,
threats.
does
and
he
shit
actually
to
think the
parents.
Sandy Hook conspiracy thing?
I 100% think he believes that.
Yeah, I didn't realize how bad
It's so bad.
the victims were being like harassed by the Alex Jones. James, we're gonna get harassed by Alex Jones fans.
Oh no, people!
Oh no!
Wait, hold on, JD.
Wait, hold on. Let me tell.
Recording me right now.
Let me.
I'm on.
I'm gonna throw you. I'm gonna throw you under the bus. I'm gonna throw you under the bus and tell them your full name and address where they can find you.
I'll get them off the trace.
Yeah, that'll throw them off my trace, my scent. But oh, what was I saying? Oh, right. So like when you said that Alex Jones goes around town and just like purposely antagonizes people, that made me think of your brother when you were telling me the story of like your brother going out to like a protest or something and recording himself.
Very much so the same.
Like I don't get it. Why? Is it just like the same logic of the screaming randomly in your house? Like it's just no reason for it, or is it like a sexual thing? Do they get off on it, or?
For Alex Jones, I know it's because he's aware. You know, he knows that having that antagonizing like fight.
That's like his business model, right? Because like that's how he stays relevant. Is he goes out there and that's like his career. Like his work depends on him being and as antagonistic as possible.
It really is that though. Like that's not a joke. Like he knows exactly what it's going to give him, like the reaction stuff. He knows the woke liberals and
the
shit
whole
will be like
bad publicity is good publicity.
Right, like that for some reason that fucking dumb.
We'll see who cancels who.
Right, like checkmate, atheists.
Like how you pulled up the Alex Jones, like
Papa.
Jesus, man. I bet he's doing pretty good for himself now. So.
Oh, so velvety, so rough and leathery.
Leathery. Well, James,
Oh God, he's staring into me.
He is staring right at you, dude. Staring into your soul. Alex Jones has like I didn't notice this, but Alex Jones has like the most beautiful eyes.
Oh my God, yeah. Like let's just look at his face. You don't have to see all this.
I think you're just jealous of Alex Jones, James. That his facial hair is much better grown out than yours is. Like
I don't, JD. His like I can't like grow this super thick, but I would rather not be able to do that than have it only do that weird fucking because it's only a
What?
little bit there, and the rest is just hanging off the face. That's all
Yeah.
that is.
Yeah.
And look at that. That's not even full. That's clumpy. That's clumpy.
Since we devolved to talking about Alex Jones's facial hair, you got
Yeah,
anything else? Do you want any other topic you want to talk about, or?
Yeah, Andrew Tate.
Yeah. Oh, I sent you the clip of Andrew Tate rating or watching the TikTok of the dude who's talking about anime anime girls.
Yeah,
just surprised. Anime girls. Nothing. There's no reason to go into it.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, JD.
Did you think that was like a fake edit of Andrew Tate or something when I sent it to you?
No, not even for a second.
Really? You didn't think it was gonna be like a one of those things where they just take Andrew Tate's reaction and then
do it to
the thumbnail?
Else? The thumbnail
doesn't it make it seem like that? Doesn't make it. The thumbnail makes it seem like it's the fake one. The
thumbnail makes it seem like that. But the moment I started the video, I didn't for a second think somebody had cropped over another video. I was 100% in belief.
Yeah. So basically, it's just Andrew Tate and his brother. His brother's there too.
Tristan Tate.
Yes, and they're watching a video. I don't even remember it fully, but it was a TikTok of a dude dancing. There's a TikTok of a dude dancing, and it was about. I think it was about.
Well, it started with a girl who was like, "Hey, your anime waifu is."
Yeah, it was about anime waifus.
You're a little pedophile, and then it's a guy like, "Then we're all pedophiles."
Yeah, that's what it was. It was that he was like anime waifus, but wait, there's more. They're underage, and he starts dancing to it.
Right, and the guy's like, "You're all going to jail," and they're like dancing,
and they're jamming to it. I didn't realize how Andrew Tate was. Yeah, I didn't realize he was such a weeb. Like he's totally down for the whole anime thing. So you know what, James? I think I'm more of a fan of him every single day, every time that you bring him up. So I'm gonna need you to stop this Andrew Tate slander.
Have I told you about how I had posted on my Instagram? Like, so I went to Andrew Tate's Instagram. Yeah, I had went to Andrew Tate's Instagram and I looked at who of my mutuals were following him.
Yeah. Did you see me on there?
No, but I saw a person who I'd known like since second grade and still going. Yeah. And like I'd known him for so long, and I'd like seen that he was kind of going down the Republican pipeline, so I got a little bit worried about him because I was like, "Oh no, Antoine, careful!" And
I'm just gonna name drop him there, huh?
I'm not saying his
now
name.
Everyone's gonna know who Antoine is.
Now all of China knows you're here.
Now the top G's will know where you live.
No, but I put a screenshot of it on like my Instagram when I saw my mutuals, and I saw he was one of them. Like I can't even like jokingly, like, I can't be okay with you following this guy even jokingly when he is genuinely running from rape allegations.
Whoa, James.
No, JD, no, this is public fact.
Okay, no,
this is public
Emphasize the allegation part. Emphasize the allegation.
He said himself. He said it himself. I'm not making this up.
I haven't been on Instagram. I haven't been on Instagram since I graduated from high school.
I can't like.
My last picture is actually my graduation. That's it. I haven't been on it ever since.
I think my last picture is an edit of John Boyega.
Yeah, James, because you're such a nice person and totally not racist.
But yeah, I can't be okay with people jokingly following him sometimes.
Like, so if I jokingly followed Andrew Tate, you wouldn't talk to me anymore? Or?
Well, here's the thing: like, if you're jokingly following somebody, like, let's say, like Logan Paul, who I fucking despise because horrible piece of shit human. Okay. But if you're jokingly following him, I can be
a little bit far, but okay.
Because like the worst thing he had done is film a dead body that like passed. Like he wasn't there when it happened, but
and the best thing he did
monetized it.
Was the Gatorade thing that I forgot what it was called.
What?
Energy drink. He released that energy drink. What? Yeah.
Was it like the KSI? Is it like the Ninja Taki commercial?
Gaming is intense, but Takis more.
Please put a gif of that in the video. It's so good.
Well, let me make a note of it then, because I'll actually have to.
The Takis? Are you
Gaming's intense, but Takis are even more intense. It's such a bad script too. They couldn't have done anything more catchy than that.
It's so 0 to 100.
They should have just gone straight insane if they were gonna do something cringy like, oh, Takis are intense.
He takes a bite of a Taki and fucking goes Super Saiyan.
Yeah, they should have. Yeah, I think they should have just like all in on it. There should have been something like
just dye his hair purple. Gaming's intense, but Takis, and then his hair turns purple, are even more
and stands
intense.
Up. Like he has like actual Super Saiyan. Ninja
yeah,
Super
like,
Saiyan. It turns blue. He's like the blue Super Saiyan.
Well, he's already blue, so it has to change color. And Takis,
I guess
like,
so.
The color of the bags for Takis is
yeah, it is purple.
And like,
should they have gone like the other Taki flavor, the green one, right? Don't they have a green one?
Man. Everybody's favorite color.
I just realized I haven't eaten Takis in like years.
I haven't eaten Takis at all because like I genuinely don't like hot chips,
yeah.
Which people will
you don't like hot chips.
You can't take the heat. And it's like I
can't take the heat.
Literally a video of me eating the hottest chip, but can't take heat.
Yeah, no, a video of you eating a hot chip and then it zooms into your brain and you have the aneurysm meme.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like I can take it. It's just they don't taste good. Like genuinely, I don't think hot chips taste good.
I'm not gonna lie, James. I can't really take it. Like I'm like Charlie when it comes to hot food, where like my pain
that shit hurt.
My pain tolerance is pretty high, so like even if I eat a hot shit, I'm fine. But my spice tolerance is really low, so it'll burn like hell. So I can't taste it. I can't taste anything that has spice in it. It just tastes like heat to me.
I think I can genuinely be fine.
Yeah. It's like alcohol where if I taste any alcohol, they all taste the same to me because it's just bad.
Alcohol fucks me up so quickly.
Are you drinking right now or
so like no, I do have beers in my fridge that I'm going to have later, but
your Xbox fridge?
Have we talked about that? I'm so
happy. I don't think so.
I'm so happy it's still a thing.
It's a great thing to bring up now. James bought it
can fit 12 cans.
James bought an Xbox mini fridge. So it's a mini fridge in the shape of an Xbox One, I think.
Xbox Series
S.
X.
Whatever the computer looking one is.
The S one is the small.
It's the rectangular prism looking one.
Yeah, it's the obelisk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could have bought the giant fridge that they made for like.
Yeah, I know they made a big fridge.
YouTuber, like someone who was like,
dude, your next father's birthday, you gift him an Xbox fridge.
No, genuinely.
Don't tell him what it is, and he'll be like, "Oh, dude, a new fridge."
Get him one. I'm not joking. I'm going to get him one,
James, because you make some of the weirdest investments.
No, because I have to explain this to you. This man is a fucking psychopath.
You don't have to explain to me anything because it doesn't make any sense anyway.
Because it doesn't make any sense until I tell you it.
Sure.
He leaves his food where he works. He has a refrigerator, and he doesn't put his food in the refrigerator. He leaves in his truck. Speaking of, I gotta go for a second.
Did you just get called? I heard like his father like shouting at him in the background. So yeah, he's gone for a second. But I'm starving actually. Like I was supposed to eat like 30 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago. I'm back, James. Well, what's up?
Okay,
you got here before me. I was getting some food actually.
I've been back for like 20 minutes, dude. Wait, what the fuck?
No, that's clearly not true because I was not even gone for like 5 minutes maybe.
That's actually not true.
I mean,
what I said was so.
Well, anyway, welcome back. Wouldn't it be funny if I forget to cut out all of the dead air in between?
Don't cut it out.
Like 4 minutes of just silence.
Make a specific like indent in the video where it's like this chunk is nothing,
and see how many people actually would watch through it. Like I can see it, by the way. The YouTube tells me what parts of the videos that people watch, so
I'll watch all of it.
I haven't taken a look at it recently. But for the rest of this episode, I'm gonna be eating food. So I know, James, you like that. I do tend to get a lot of air in my stomach that I have to release through my mouth. So you ready, James?
Yeah, it's just so fucking hot.
It is pretty warm in my room as
Here, let
well.
me take off my shirt so I can brand my Rooster Teeth RTX shirt.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Look at this big
I
guy.
just ripped my flannel.
Anyway,
Hey,
you'll
hey,
have to do a lot of the
which one of us are you talking
you'll
about?
have to do a lot of the talking from here on out, and I'll give you a talk to talk about.
Oh yeah, I gotta finish the story about my dad and his weird
Yeah,
habits.
go for it.
So my dad, when he goes to work, he doesn't take his cooler in with him because
Hmm.
he has like a little cooler lunchbox thing. He keeps out in his truck, and it's so hot here, and it gets so hot, and he'll just like take his food out and put it on his dash, and let it cook.
What?
And yeah, I'm not like he'll get a frozen burrito and then he'll just leave it on his dash and he'll let it cook and then he'll come back like later on and just eat it.
Hmm.
And the problem is he's always like, "Oh, I can't take this food because it spoils," and it's like it spoils because you don't use that full fridge that you have at work. And he's just like rabble rabble rabble, just like making just weird excuses, and it's like it's in the same building. It's like just a couple doors down from you. You could just it's not that far of a walk. It's always insane to me because it's like I know the fridge because I had to come and clean his work like every year as a kid.
Yeah,
Like
but
we'd come
like
in and
leaving
we'd like
food out on the dash to warm up like naturally from the
he
heat.
has a microwave. He has a microwave too.
Sounds like not safe.
It's
And
not,
since
Jade.
I've worked in like a fast I worked in movie theater behind concessions where you have to know you have to have like
Hey, you
the
guys leave your
the
food out on the dash
license
all the time.
to work with food and know all like the safety precautions. And I know you know it because of JonTron, the danger zone, right, James?
Highway to the danger zone.
Yeah, food can be in the danger zone. Just a
Yeah,
term.
his food is constantly in the danger zone. He's always coming home. He's
He's
like,
constantly in the danger zone.
he is because he's always coming home. And he's like, uh, it it hurts, oh, it hurts. It's like, what did you eat? And he's like, oh, well, I had this and this and this, but it couldn't be
I
that.
left out my 3-day-old cheese burrito on the dashboard for 7 hours, and I came back and ate it, and now I feel like shit.
Yeah, JD,
Yeah,
that's actually it. Yeah.
that would do it.
So I'm gonna
That
get
would
him.
hurt you
So to more encourage him to use his like utilities, I'm tempted to
to
buy
use
my dad
technology like a modern man.
like a normal person. Because by the way, the Xbox mini fridge comes with a car plug.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to buy him one so he can put it in his passenger seat and just plug it in. It works. I mean, it works. Like it's
Nice.
a normal fridge, so yeah, it'll encourage him to actually bring food that won't kill him. Now to figure out the microwave problem and him heating up his food like a fucking maniac.
Yeah, if only there was like a portable microwave, like the
The
mini fridge.
sun.
Obviously, the sun. I mean, it does go up to above 100 degrees where we live, so.
Big.
I mean, that's pretty warm to me.
Ow, brain.
Maybe you can bring like a really heat absorbent actually you could just bring like a grill or something, right? Like a mini grill.
The thing is, he still won't use it. Like,
I mean, yeah,
it's
obviously.
it, the microwave and the fridge are in the same building.
Like
They're
if you
in
won't
fact,
use the fridge that's two rooms away, then he's not going to use the whatever the other thing you're going to buy him is.
the fridge is literally like the kitchen is literally right next to their bathrooms. So I just can't imagine that he's like that. It's like I just can't like it's too far
Yeah.
because the bathroom is literally the same distance.
Mm-hmm.
I know it is. I know it doesn't take long. It's just I've had to come and buy him food sometimes to make sure he eats. Like whenever I go on a lunch break, I text him or I'll like call him and stuff.
Have you eaten yet?
Yeah, I literally have to go because my little sister would be like, "I'm afraid Dad's not eating today," because he doesn't leave his desk when he goes to work. He just like stays there all the time a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like I'll have to come and like check in on him. I'll have to come in the building and everything, find his office, like knock on the door, like pop in, like, "Hey, have you eaten yet, pal?" Like be like, "Hey,
Hey,
buddy.
buddy, what's on your mind?
Hey, kid." Flips chair around. Let's rap.
Hey, so I know you've been feeling down lately,
So
and
I
at least
know,
that's what your teacher's been telling me.
I
But
know,
have you ever
I know
tried
they
not being sad?
listen.
I
I know you're kind of feeling bad because they almost hit the Pentagon, but you gotta eat still.
know you've been pretty down since January 6th, but
But no, yeah, I'll have to come in like the other day. Also, maniac, fucking psychopath person. I text him like, "Hey, what do you want?" He's like, "I just want like an Arnold Palmer." He's like, "I want it from Popeyes." And I'm like, "They don't have Arnold Popeyes." He's like, "You just gotta ask them." It's like, fuck me. So I go and I get it, and I'm driving back, and it was like a very weird experience getting it. But I'm
yeah.
driving back, and there's like a four-way stop, and like I just see this white truck behind me, like fucking flying. Like they're going
Cool.
really fast, JD.
Dude,
And I'm like,
they're flying? Like
"Hey,
actually flying? Like in the air?
did you see the webcam?"
Yeah.
Okay, good.
How can I not look at the webcam when Alex Jones is in it? My new idol. I get a new idol every time we do another episode. Which, by the way, should I just mention that our 100th episode of the Crab Shoot was 30 minutes, was half as long as a normal episode and really scuffed? Thanks to a certain someone?
My dad.
No, 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 James. Don't be blaming this on other people who are not
No,
related.
no, no, it was related.
He's related to
Hold up, hold
you.
up, hold
He's
up,
your father, but he's not related
hold
to
up.
me.
Uh, but I see this truck flying up behind me. And I'm like, oh fuck, because I think they're gonna crash into me. Then they get in the lane next to me, and I have to go because it's like my turn at the four-way stop. So I have to go. So I'm going, and then I see this truck fucking floor as they're coming after me. I'm like, oh my god! And like they're like speeding up next to me and stuff. Like I'm looking over, and I realize it's my dad's truck.
Oh.
And he's like looking at me, and he's like looking down at me. He's like, and I'm like, I'm on my way back to him, and I'm like, what? And I'm thinking he's pointing at me to pull over into the, because I'm literally on the street of where he works. I'm like about to pull into his work and everything. So I think he's pointing at me to pull over to his work, and then he like starts braking in the street, and
Hmm.
I'm like, I slow down, and he pulls up next to me, and I roll on my window. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, give me my drink, give me the baby.
Alpha Chad.
And I'm like, he's like, why were you running away? I'm like, I didn't know it was you.
Da, 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 da,
And Jay,
da.
there's cars coming. This is an active street.
Yeah, it's on the
So
road.
yeah, and it's a two-lane street, and we're taking up both lanes. So I have to quickly park my car and get out, grab his drink and straw, and run over and try to hand it to him through his window. Like I'm leaning, like fucking reaching. I'm like, is it cup? Is it cup? Like reaching, trying to give it to him from his window
Yeah.
and stuff.
He's like,
And,
you just say to him, like, oh, you should have gotten a drink from Dutch Bros.
and then I just slam it into his car. Have you seen that video of the Dutch Bros that did it to somebody?
Is it the video of like the dude on the roller skates for some reason and he
No, that's a Sonic.
oh my bad. No, I didn't know.
No, there's this video. I think it's one of the employees, and like they're just doing a joke. There's this girl like filming herself driving through, and it's like a front facing her, like so it's like literally looks like this. It's
Mhm.
like on her dash, and it's facing her, and she's like, "I'm here to get my drink," and then you just fucking see them wallop her, like they fucking nail her head on, fully covered, just
Sounds funny.
just drives off.
Thanks.
It's like no, but I had to get Popeyes on the power for him. It's just like such an insane thing to do because I'm about to meet him. I don't know why he was driving around.
Dude, I haven't had Popeyes also in like years.
So good.
The
I
only thing I know is that I think they have good fries, but I've never had their fries.
Their fries are okay. They're not bad.
Really? Because I saw Charlie's video on the fries, and there's Popeyes is one of the really good ones.
It might be different, in places, but like what
Yeah, I
we
think it might be
have,
different here then.
it's okay. It's like not the worst fry.
They look like a
I
curly fry to me. Or at least if it tastes like a curly fry,
it's
that's my favorite type of fry.
it's made in like the same way they do curly fries, where it's like you think it's the same as like a normal
It's
like
a curly fry, but it's not curly.
Right. It has the same texture of a curly fry, which is such a weird thing to fucking say.
I love
It's
the
like
texture of a curly fry though. It's a different
it's like
texture than a regular fry.
right. It's like kind of bumpy and crispy and stuff. I like
It's
it.
more crispy, yeah.
Right.
And it's also seasoned. So
Yeah, and they have Cajun seasoning on theirs, and I'm a fucking spice freak.
I'm a big fan of it.
Fuck, I forgot. I'm a big spice freak.
You're a spice freak?
Yeah, I was making a joke like I could take spice. I'm a spice freak, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember. I went to Wendy's the other day, and and it took forever because there's like only a few people working. They were having a cheese shortage,
Huh?
whatever that meant. I don't know.
You're out of cheese?
Yeah, they're like, we're out of cheese. And I'm like, oh, okay. Can I still get this sandwich? And they're like, yeah.
That
we
doesn't
just
really
have no
affect me that much. I'm lactose intolerant.
Yeah, I can have a chicken sandwich without cheese, and I ordered the hot spicy chicken, and it was like this specific chicken sandwich they have and stuff, which they no longer have, which is fucking bogus, but whatever.
Mm.
But I pull up to the window and they like look at me and they're like, "So we have pepper jack. If that's too spicy for you, though." And I'm like, I just ordered a spicy chicken sandwich from Wendy's of all places. I don't think a fucking pepper jack's gonna be like spicy.
You freak out on the person. Like, you think I can't handle spice?
Yeah, like I literally climbed through my window. Oh my god, dude, Blake literally did that. Blake, like,
What?
sorry, I know I'm jumping from one topic to the other, but like I was really offended. I was personally really offended that this person.
It hit you on the inside.
Like I said, yeah, I'll take a spicy chicken sandwich from Wendy's, which is like it's not that spicy. Like it's I like that. That's like my favorite kind of spice. Where it's like that really good medium, and they're like, "Was pepper jack too spicy?" Like, no, obviously, no.
Is this chicken too spicy for you? We can downsize it.
Yeah, we just tear.
We can wash the patty and wash the spice off if you want.
Use Dawn soap. People
wash it with warm water and soap.
People genuinely wash like their foods with actual soap, and that's terrifying.
Just to make it cleaner, you know.
It doesn't.
Cleans out the food, cleans out your insides too.
But Blake fully admitted to us that he went to Del Taco and had a fucking nervous breakdown over the food he got.
Yeah.
Where it's like they didn't give him these chicken rollers or something.
Do you go full Karen mode or something?
Yeah, to the point that he took his drink and he fucking slammed it on the counter and threw his food at them and stuff. And he was like, he's telling me and my brother this, and he's like, yeah, those people, and we're both like, no,
you.
Hold on, wait. No, I'm trying to make it look like it's him pointing, but I can't get out of frame enough. No. But it's like, no, you're the problem, Blake. You're like, no, you don't understand. I'm like, we understand. You're a fucking psychopath. You act like this everywhere we go normally, but God. People.
I didn't realize until now or I didn't realize until the term Karen came out that my parents are the textbook definition of it. But literally every single restaurant we go to, every time we go out to eat, it happens all the time. And my grandmother too. They'll order something and it turns out to be terrible because they have a habit of ordering the worst thing off the menu.
Yeah, they order.
It'll be way too expensive with way too little food, and it tastes terrible. And they'll be like, "What the fuck is this? This is terrible."
Sounds about right.
And they would just start complaining and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just yeah.
Parents are the worst.
Yeah, people hate Jack in the Box and everything, but I think the curly fries are pretty good.
I think
that's the only thing I ate from them. It's just the curly fries.
I think Jack in the Box is good. It just literally physically got ruined for me by one man.
What?
I'm sure I've told this story before, but like when I first started working where I'm working, Chris, was like my sign guy, he wanted to go to Jack in the Box in the morning for food while we were supposed to be going to a job, which makes sense now because he's just the laziest motherfucker. Uh, and I
Chris
mean,
slander.
they all are.
Chris slander, dude.
I mean, I've told you the lore of the sign shop where it turns out he'd go home and just play video games and then like install his signs later on and like
Yeah,
get
you
caught.
told us that. And if you the viewer don't know that story, go back in time to like I think it was called like Workplace Troubles or something. Whatever episode that was.
This is like in comic books where they
It's
reference something.
literally
You see the little text
yeah, a
box.
little
That's
like a eye
go check out this
notification.
comic for it.
The eye notification.
Yes, the eye notification.
No, but it was a long time ago. It was just literally an hour of James ranting about his work.
Oh yeah, that was the episode where I just like literally went insane during it. That's where I came up with the idea of fucking spiraling into insanity.
Yeah, with
Like,
James.
yeah, how can I get out of doing this on every episode of the podcast? I know, like my own podcast, and I just didn't talk about it anymore. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can just not talk about it. But yeah, Chris, like he took me to Jack in the Box, and he like bought me like food and stuff because I didn't have any money at all. Like I had no money.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a credit card. I didn't have literally any cash. I couldn't buy water for myself for the workday, so I'd always be very dehydrated and like lightheaded at the end of every day.
Man, it just sounds like you're weak to me. Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't have anything, so he bought me like breakfast, and I was like, oh, okay, I was gonna order what I wanted, but then he ordered me like 3 breakfast jacks.
What a nice guy.
What a nice guy. If it wasn't for the fact that he very like thoroughly like pushed it on me, like that I had to eat it. Like he was like he ordered like some for himself too, and he ate all of it, and I just don't understand how. Because like after eating one, I felt so full, but he was like, "You gonna eat the rest of yours?"
Because you're weak, dude. You're weak.
Let me make myself.
It's like he ordered like 7 of those breakfast burritos.
You're not gonna eat it? What do you mean you're not gonna eat it? I ordered that for you.
It's like he ordered like 7 of those breakfast burritos, are like 2,000 calories each, and ate all of it.
Dude, there's so much, and I was so sick, and it literally solidified for me because he was like fucking like pressuring me into eating and stuff. And like my first week, I'm just trying to make good impression, I'm not trying to make any enemies and stuff, which quickly
too bad. That didn't.
Everybody's an enemy.
Oh, that didn't age quite so well.
This one didn't age so well. But it was like I was just trying to be friendly, so I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll eat the food you bought me, okay. And it's like, my stomach, oh no.
That's funny because I don't think I've ever gotten sick from eating too much fast food. I just don't eat a lot of it because it tastes bad.
I don't eat a lot of food. In like general, I try not to eat like a lot of food whenever I can.
I don't eat a lot of food either, actually.
But and like, there's so much. The fucking breakfast jacks are so much.
I probably don't eat that many calories as I probably should.
Dude, it wasn't even a kind of breakfast jack I liked. That was like the thing. It was like
first world problems. It's not even the right sandwich.
No, but like I genuinely don't like the taste of ham.
Don't like ham?
No. I know everybody's like a big fucking like ham and like just fucking meat freak and stuff, but I'm just not.
You're not a meat freak? Where's the imposter sound effect? You
caught me.
How did I catch you lacking, bro?
I feel like when my eyes open very slowly. But yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, it's an early sign of a stroke.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I don't know how we got on this chain of topic.
It's just food. I'm eating food and talking about food. And
yeah,
if the viewer's hungry right now, then fuck you.
Oh, I threw up for like the first time after eating something the other week.
Really?
I ate Burger King.
Do you throw up often, or Burger King? Huh?
No, I don't throw. I haven't thrown up since like high school because again, I only ever got sick in high school.
Yeah, I don't think
I've fucking germ-rich environment.
You know, it's funny. I didn't get sick in high school that much, actually. I've only
I
gotten
got sick
sick once.
so much. I got sick so much, dude. It was
Might be
like I
because
knew it was.
I was literally like peak perfection in terms of health in high school, so I was fine. But
I was like literally sweating to death, like laying on my deathbed every fucking day for like 5 days straight.
you walk into school on a gurney and come out in a coffin.
I literally, no, it's literally a thing. I had to like stay on the couch and I couldn't move. Like I'd just be like so exhausted and just like so defeated. I had to have a bucket next to me and stuff. And I just like they wouldn't let me lay up in my room. I had to lay where people could check on me openly. So,
So what about the burger thing? You ate something bad and had to throw up?
I don't think I ate a burger though, because I don't fucking like
Actually,
uh
I don't know why people were slandering Burger King that much. I mean, I've eaten some like Whoppers and stuff. And they're okay.
the Whopper is like the least appealing burger I've ever seen.
Really?
It's so gross looking. I don't
I
like the
mean, it
ratio
looks.
of stuff on it.
I think it looks like 3 times better than the McDonald's like McDouble or whatever.
The I mean, yeah, I don't eat the McDouble either.
I think
That's
the Big Mac and the Whopper are about in the same category.
I'm sure they are, but like to me personally, I don't like onions and I don't like fucking tomatoes, and they're too heavily advertised on the Whopper. But it's like the tomatoes are
I
very
like
subtly
how
advertised.
much onions they put in the Whopper. That's pretty
I
good.
fucking don't like they.
I
It's
love onions.
too much. It's too big a ratio, and like it just looks gross to me. And it's like I don't like the way it's stacked either. It's like
I mean, I don't
it's
like the burger itself.
it
It's
just like makes me think that's why it's the roof of your mouth
still a
first,
bad
man.
burger. There was one burger. There was like a limited time burger that they had that was actually really good. I liked it. And
I bet.
it was called the Big King. And it was just like a way better Whopper. It was like if the Big Mac had like really good patties. For some reason
Yeah.
the meat in the Big King was like really good for some reason. So I really like that
It's
burger.
probably like one of those times where it's like it's getting here first, so it's
They
like it's gonna actually
advertised it
taste
as
good.
like a grilled like the grilled patty thing. I'm not sure if that's actually true. All I knew is that it was a good burger. They got rid of it, so now I don't eat at Burger King anymore.
I want to have like I want McDonald's to come back out with like their 4 different versions of the Big Mac.
Yeah, different versions of it.
Yeah, it was like there was the Junior Mac, which is like a Big Mac, but you take out the middle bun and like one of the patties, but like you keep all the other ingredients, so it's still got like all that sauce and like lettuce on it.
Hmm.
They have the Grand Mac, which is like even bigger. It's
Oh, you
like
know,
a
it's
nice
starting to come back
bigger
to me what
bun.
those things are now.
It's like nicer patties and stuff. And then there's another one, and then there's the Big Mac and stuff. And I never got to try them because I didn't like Big Macs at the time. I like just I thought Big Macs were gross. I like looked at them like disgusting.
I still think Big Macs are gross.
I thought they were.
I probably would take a Whopper over a Big Mac.
I didn't want to eat chicken nuggets. Like that was the only thing I ate when I went to McDonald's. I was like, hey, 10-piece chicken nugget fries.
Everyone
And
loves the McDonald's chicken nuggets, but I think they're the
they're
grossest thing
not
on the
that
menu.
great. They're not that great.
I think they're the worst thing on the menu.
I I almost actually gave up on them after that image of like the pink sludge that they're made from came out.
I didn't
But
even
then
know
they
how
like
they're made.
then they like came out and they're like, we make it with real chicken now, and it's like, okay,
The Dwayne the Rock Johnson eyebrow raise,
I'm
really?
watching you.
No, I mean even before that, even before like the whole like video about how it was made came out, I just thought it tasted awful. Like I bit into one of them, it tastes like cardboard to me. I'm like, this sucks. It's awful.
I don't know. It was like perfect, like dumb kid food, and I was like,
And
chicken
also,
nugget.
I haven't had one in a really long time, but I also heard that people really don't like the filet-o-fish from McDonald's.
Yeah, I don't.
They said that it's bad, but I remember eating it as a kid and thinking that it was the best tasting thing on the menu.
My dad really likes the filet o fish. I can't eat a fish sandwich
Really?
because my dad ruined the image of fish for me. Like
What?
fish in any form that isn't just straight normal fish.
Me, it's just like I mean, it's like slightly not the best fish, like fried fish patty I've ever had, but it's I thought it was all right.
Just doesn't look appealing. It's another
It
one of
doesn't
those
look
things,
good. I'm not gonna lie to you, James.
fucking square block.
I'm not
and
gonna
just-
lie, James. It doesn't look good, but it tastes pretty good.
They put a slice of cheese on it, man.
But it tastes pretty good. I think at least
Oh, man.
from what I remember eating it, I haven't eaten it in like oh man, I haven't eaten like over 10 years actually. I've never
man.
had another filet o fish. I've only eaten it when I was a
Filet-o-fish.
kid. What's wrong with flail fish? Everyone hates the flail fish, but have you even tried eating it? Come on.
No, I haven't, but I've watched a man at the beginning of COVID get very angry over being given 2 filet-o-fish instead of a Big Mac.
I'd honestly eat 2 filet-o-fish over a Big Mac. I'd eat any number of filet-o-fish over a Big Mac.
We've definitely talked about this before because I've sent you a video, but it's the guy in like the McDonald's yelling and he like fucking slams the fucking like screen.
No, it's because, dude, all of the other McDonald's burgers, their patties suck ass.
The patties are like the worst part.
Their patties are the worst part, and then the lettuce is not usually the best.
But when the lettuce is,
sauce is all right.
Good, like. When you get a patty that's pretty good, buns that aren't stale, lettuce that's pretty good, and like just the good.
The buns are usually stale. At least in my experience.
I've had it fresh sometimes, dude. I've had like a good Big Mac, and it's just like, fuck, that's good.
Then it's a burger that is like, oh, I guess I would eat this.
I was astonished when I first had a Big Mac because like I'd never had mac sauce before, like the secret sauce. And like that's what makes me like that burger so much, I think.
Because I'm telling you, man, filet-o-fish, really dude. When we go get Dave's chicken, I'm getting you a filet-o-fish.
Dave's chicken. So hold on, I'm not eating Big Jack chicken anymore.
No, you are still eating Big Chicken.
Okay,
but you are also eating the filet-o-fish. And I know you said you're not a big eater, but you're gonna fucking eat it, James, because I bought it for you. And this is in no way traumatic for you, like making you flash back to when Chris is like, you gotta finish your goddamn food. I'm gonna pull that situation on you, James. Whenever we get the chance to.
I like the idea that I'm still eating fucking.
Like remember back to the Jack in the Box experience and just remember back to the Jack in the Box experience and replace Chris with me, and that's gonna be the new one.
It's like in a game where like your vision gets all hazy and it's like double and it's like
this be a great video title. Like clip title. I forced James to eat a filet-o-fish.
We're
gonna buy one for me too.
Are you gonna make the $100 video into a thing? By the way,
what?
The $100 video.
Oh, should we talk about that real quick then?
Yeah.
So I was streaming the other day, and as a funny jape for every gotcha game that I play, I'll like the second I unlock like the in-game shop, I'll immediately hop into it and be like, oh, where's my credit card? I'm gonna buy like the $100 package, and then I'm like, oh, I can't find my credit card. Hey James, can I borrow $100? And I said as a jape, as a funny jape, and then James was like, sure, and then he starts donating. He donated like 10 increments to me. The first 9 were in $1 increments, followed by a huge paragraph
confirming that I made these purchases.
Thanks, James.
My email and it was just like,
yeah, thanks, James. So yeah, then he donated like $90 on the last one. Yeah, James, what a hilarious James. Remember I said you make some bad investments? Yeah, well.
Here's the thing. I only do this stuff because like I'm in a financially comfortable spot for once. Like again, like what I was talking about the whole curse thing. I had no money, nothing at all, and stuff. Like I
came up from the bottom, James.
I had nothing. I was dehydrated every day. I had no way of buying myself stuff. So it was like having the ability to give, like, not to fucking make myself sound like some sort of saint because I'm fucking not, but like,
even though you think yourself to be, and say that you are every single episode, and every single time we meet. Clasp your hands together in prayer.
This is Jesus.
You're no saint like Alex Jones. Go on.
Hold on.
Anyway, now I've got like $98 on my PayPal because for every dollar you give me, I only get 40 cents of it or something.
Wait, what? They take 60 cents?
I think it's something like if you donate less than like a certain amount, they'll tax more of it or something. I don't know.
Oh my god!
I think that's what it was.
Great. That's kind of predatory.
It is a little predatory.
That's kind of shitty.
I think that it is. I can check real quick, but I don't know.
Oh my god, JD!
It might be more than that. No, what do you mean? Sorry, that's your money, dude. You should be angry.
But I would have just donated it all at once if I knew that was the case.
No, I'm not sure though. I can't tell.
I did send you that $6.66 separately
because it says like I get the full. It says I get the full dollar, but I'm pretty sure it's taxed just a little bit. So like I got most of it, 98. There it is. And now time to save up this money just to buy you a Christmas birthday present.
I
spend literally none of it for myself. Maybe buy you another game that you won't like to play.
JD, I give this for you.
Yeah.
Get yourself a webcam.
Could buy I could buy a webcam under $100.
Get yourself a plug-in USB SSD reader.
Dude, you know I get myself a webcam. Should I stream using the webcam?
Yeah, but still put like your VTuber over yourself.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been.
Dude, I'll have to be like wearing a shirt and I'll be constantly sweating my ass off because I have no AC in my house.
Me. But I've been super tempted to go on like Fiverr and try to find like a VTuber like model maker and just like give.
I heard those are really expensive for some reason. I don't know, but I've heard that some people pay like thousands of dollars to get their VTuber rigged or something.
I've seen that like on like VR chat, people like would pay like a shit ton of money for like a fucking model, and that just blows my mind. Like, no way.
And then they end up with like Kirito default skin.
That really is like most anime character models just look the fucking same to me most of the time, especially in VR chat.
Dude, if you are gonna buy like a VTuber model, just go for something like crazy, unique and fun. I know. I once saw like this clip of a dude who's like he was like in a mech suit, but his head is like floating in like the top like case in like water, and then like his in the middle is like his chest is like opened up, and you can see like another like head down there, and that's like the actual head, like an alien. Like it's like something like that. From that was a pretty unique one that I saw. I was like,
Ninja Turtles.
I was like, oh, that's a pretty interesting model. It was a great model. Maybe you should do something like that.
I just kind of want to get us made though, like our 3D versions of ourselves.
Oh, just us, but in 4K HD.
Yeah, like our little 2D VTubers turned into like fully like modeled VTubers.
You'll find a dude like, oh, can you rig this real quick? And you'll be like, yeah, sure. It's like $4,000. I mean, you can always just Google how to rig and do it yourself, James. Or
I could.
Don't look at me like that. I know you're not going to do it.
Dude, I got so tempted to like make a JonTron like Scott the Woz style video the other day. Like out of nowhere, just my motivation to make a video like that just like bumped up because I really just went, fuck Tim Allen. I just really dead set in on like hating Tim Allen, and I'm like, I want to talk about it. Last Man Standing, the worst fucking.
You want to make a JonTron type video on Tim Allen?
Yeah, I like genuinely really want to. So like, I think after I finish, he's like, this fucking drawing's been preoccupying me for so long because like I can't get it right, man. These fucking helmet, like I got everything else down so fast.
It's your undiagnosed ADHD kicking in.
No, like I literally drew the entire like suit while I was in my hotel room for like a couple hours at before going to Disneyland. I mean at Universal Studios. I went, by the way. I guess I could have talked about that. They're building a Super Nintendo World.
Oh, your trip? Oh yeah, about the whole like toad hat that you had?
Yeah, dude. It was like the first shop when I walked in. Nobody else had one, so I felt so special. I was like, I literally made a joke like, if you ever lose me in a crowd, just look for my beacon.
A sense of pride and accomplishment.
I just start rotating with the hat on because like I'm taller than most of the people there. So I'm just rotating in this crowd of people with the toad hat on. Like, if you lose me, you'll know how to find me. But I didn't see anybody else wear one until like hours later.
Oh, well, I guess maybe we can talk about that the next episode then.
Yeah,
your little trip to LA or wherever you went.
Yeah, I went to LA because we were going to go watch a movie, and then they're like, let's go to Universal. And I'm like, no.
That's it then. I thought you went and saw like it. Well, I'll save it for next time then.
Yeah.
Okay, if you enjoyed. Yeah, I'll have to type it down right now, actually. Let me get that. Give that shit.
Real right in there.
Oh, wait.
Lens out.
If you enjoyed, you should like and subscribe. And catch me the next time. Actually, no. You can catch us every Sunday because that's when we do this, right, James?
Yeah, man, every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
It definitely doesn't release on a Monday.
Not a Monday.
Definitely not
in the early morning.
Monday.
Well, James, bring us out.
Building up for a song about the play. If you want to find me anywhere, I'm on YouTube at James No Last Name. I'm on Twitch at no_last_name_.
No, he's not. He's not there anymore.
I'm on TikTok at James_no_last.
He's probably there.
No underscore. That's actually where I've been most active. I really like being on TikTok. I have my tutorial video on there on how to make the Tex helmet. And we'll be seeing you guys next time.